Hello again, my garden friends. It's October 9th. I'm out here and it's early. It's 7 o'clock, and I'm going to give you a little tour of what everything looks like this morning. And some things are blooming and some things are starting to realize that it's going to be fall. And here in Florida, I'm in Zone 9B. We don't really see the signs of fall until well after Halloween into Thanksgiving. But, a few things are changing. Like I just trimmed this bougainvillea up, and I was almost having to trim it every couple weeks because I was getting all of the suckers coming out of the bottom and the little volunteers. Even though you trim this, and this has been trained for I've had it for about 12 years, you still get little starts the whole way up that try to grow up the bark. So that's a constant thing, and it's usually every couple weeks. Well, it's been about 3 weeks uh, since the autumn equinox, and things actually kind of slowed down. I had another week there. I wanted to show you these Everglades tomatoes that I planted. And I planted these from seed. And I thought, well, I wondered if I could grow them here in my driveway. They're supposed to be able to take the summer heat. Well, they might survive the summer heat, but I think the blossoms drop until the temperatures drop. And then they start to really blossom. As you can see, they're really, can I get up underneath there and show you? Really blossom, and then hopefully these guys will hang on, and I'll get some little fruit out of it. They really are tiny little tomatoes that I don't see any, but they still look, but the plant looks healthy, doesn't it? You can see I have just a little bit of leaf miner here, and the way I eradicate leaf miner is I just pick it and try to keep it down that way rather than spraying my plant with anything. And anyway, they look pretty healthy. The peppermint stick balsam, these are pretty much all volunteers that have come along. But I also planted a little bit of basil in between. I think there's basil. There's another basil, but it looks similar, doesn't it? It has that same look as the balsam. But I thought, let balsam just come back and take over like it was a little wild man. It just dropped its seeds everywhere, and we'll see how that turns out. By the way, that's edible. Not only is the balsam edible, but of course the basil is as well, and the tomato fruit. I don't believe the leaves are edible. But anyway, I've been trying to stay busy. I had trouble with my phone, that I finally got that taken care of. And I wanted to show you my swale garden. I just spent about 5 minutes weeding this. It used to take me an hour to come out here and weed anything like this. These were all volunteers. I believe I shared that with you, and when I was doing it, and I thought that by Labor Day it would start to fill in. Well, this is only 5 weeks later, and it has filled in and taken over. I could pull these sticks out now. I don't worry about any dogs or anything tromping through it. But and I was thinking about pulling out taking the Coleus and taking these tops off, but you can see why I really hate to do that. As soon as the Coleus starts to flower, then the bees come and enjoy the nectar. Aren't they lovely? He's so busy, I hate to bother him. I did want to show you something. Now, this was Coleus, You see how pretty it looks. You can see the different varieties. And as I said, these were all volunteers all throughout my yard. Let me see if I have any other type that I can show you. That it's mainly that beautiful leaf. And then that has the pink. And this one doesn't. This one has the green edge to it. And this is like its companion. It's like yin and yang. But then, wait, come over here. And doesn't this look like Coleus to you? This is actually the Chinese multicolored spinach, and it's from the Amaranth family. And I am going to probably snip this back here so that these will divide and be a twosome and come out. But this spinach is really good. You can have it fresh, raw, or you can cook it, and it's delicious. Have I got any other? Oh yeah, here, look at, you're looking at this and you're going, Coleus, Coleus, Coleus. Nope, spinach. So you really have to know what you're pulling. But I wanted to give you that tip. You know, I always tell you guys to use your grass clippings. And so when my neighbor gave me grass clippings, I didn't even put down cardboard. I just put down a thick layer of grass clippings, probably 2 inches. And it keeps the ground nice and cool. And it's really nice because once the ground is nice and cool, then I don't have the problem of weeds like I do year-round. And if I do have weeds, then I just hand pick them. It takes me like 5 minutes to go through there, and I don't have any kind of a problem with digging things out. I'm really trying to do a no-dig garden and organic, and so it just makes it easier to pull. I mean, the weeds are just you know, pull it up. It's a nothing, and they stay probably 10% of what I normally have. Looks really pretty, doesn't it? Very good, very good. I haven't lost too many elm leaves, but you can see the little berries. Can you see the little berries? You can see the Spanish moss growing in this tree, just starting to. This is an epiphyte, which means that it grows in relationship with the tree. It doesn't take anything from the tree. It doesn't give anything to the tree. It just is there, and it's like a synergy. It kind of like, not synergy, but it hangs on, and is so neat. Here in the South, you'll see it. I have a friend who lives in India, and she actually cultivates it. She'll take it and spray it, and she keeps it tacked up to you know, like a little board or something. She makes something out of it, and her Spanish moss grows. So here in the South, people are always trying to get rid of it. Isn't that the way? If you have too much of something, you don't want it. If you don't have enough of it, you cultivate it and cherish it. My other little garden that I planted over here to hide this telephone pole thing is growing quite nicely too. I don't think I put any spinach in here, but I think I very well may, just to give myself another source of spinach. Everything else looks pretty much, I think, the same as you've seen it. The crepe myrtle, the leaves are starting to turn yellow, and what was blossoms are now kind of like a little seedy berry. And very seldom do I ever see them actually germinate. But my azaleas all look pretty healthy. I pulled out all of the Japanese spinach that I had down here, and I found some more little volunteers of pentas, and I'm just trying to get a little penta sweep along here so that that red will come out. I did have Dragonheart caladiums, and I've seen a few, but I have to say that I planted probably 400 or 500 caladiums, and they're still coming back, but each year I see less and less. They will survive here in Florida. As a matter of fact, this is one of the this is the top producing place in the world. Is Lake Placid, about an hour and a half from here, and they produce some. I think I probably need to lift mine out each year and try to do it that way. But the Coleus, as you can see, is kind of like it's a thug, as people say. It keeps coming back again and again. Isn't that a beautiful Coleus? And again, I just hate taking those blossoms off. I don't see any bees right now, but boy, I sure do on a regular basis, and I hate to take their nectar away from them. By the way, back here over in this section, I didn't point out that the pentas that I planted really are just starting, and I think once the Coleus are cut back, the pentas will really take off. So I'm giving kind of like everybody their time in the front line. Over here I have some more of the Everglades tomatoes, and I planted basil in front of it so that they would be a companion plant. This is a purple lady, kale, and what's the other one? Oh, bok choy. I'm sorry. This is kale. This is the the purple lady is the bok choy, and then the kale was the kale. Yeah. I don't know what I'm having a problem with. I this pot. I don't know if I need to move it or what. Oh, here, let me show you something. See those little tiny, let me come back. Those are the little Everglades tomatoes. You need about 50 in a handful, but they're good. This is the pigeon pea. I seem to have somebody attacking this pigeon pea. I don't know who. And I don't see him. Son of a gun. Oh, maybe I do see him. I'll have to come out and treat that later. Here's some more of the multicolored spinach. And then this is Brazilian spinach. A friend gave me just a little snip of it, and it's turning into quite a nice little plant. Let me come from the other side and show you. It's really tasty if you can find some of this. I don't even know where he got it, if he grew it from seed or what. It's real gnarly, but it has a really nice flavor. I'm growing greens again for our daily lettuce, our daily salad intake. And over here I have the, I'm trying to think, I think these were it was supposed to be the bib lettuce, and then on the other side was the leaf lettuce. My avocado, two little seeds are growing okay. And then this, the name just went out of my head. I can't think of it. Trust me, it'll come back. You know, it's like when you get older, you know, it's like the wheels keep going around and around, and then you kind of go, what? Whoops, we got off the track. I did, before I'm thinking of the name of that, I did want to show you, I think I did tell you guys that the Amaranth, that's multicolored spinach, Amaranth has, you know, it'll have like these tendrils. I don't know how to explain it to you, but they look like tendrils hanging down off the top of the plant. And so I thought, gee, I can't find any seeds for it. I wonder if the seeds are in there. So all I did was I laid the tendrils on top of the soil here. I did it in the backyard too. I probably have hundreds and hundreds of plants. So one morning I came and I put 24 in these little pots. Oh, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And it was still so hot that I thought, I wonder if I'll even get anything from it. Well, this one didn't quite make it. I don't know if the soil feels pretty dry. I think I needed to, it's hard when you come out and you're watering to make sure you hit every hole. But I think I will take these and then transplant them to someplace where it's going to be, where they can spread out, where they can do their thing, and let the spinach grow. Because boy, I sure would like having tons and tons of that spinach. So anyway, that's I think probably it. I just wanted to give you a little update. I haven't done this for a while. And as you can see, let me back off. If you can see, we're pretty much ready for Halloween. Nobody really gives out candy like we used to in the old days. The old days makes me sound ancient, doesn't it? But really, we used to, and we used to sit out and wait for the kids to come. And now, between people worried about unsafe practices and other people worried about COVID, then we just, they do kind of like little private things. But anyway, I just show you a little bit of my fall, getting ready for fall. I'm sure you all are doing the same. And appreciating what you have, I hope. I hope. And I can't believe my brain isn't able to think of what that plant is that I've told you. But anyway, it is edible, and it's delicious as well. And it's very good for if you have any indigestion or any intestinal problems. But I'll just back off. I'll let you go with my yard in October. And hopefully you guys can report on how cold your weather is getting. Garden what you've got. I hope you like my channel, and I hope you'll come back and visit again. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.